Here's something that might shock you. Every 65 seconds, someone in America develops Alzheimer's disease, and right now, over 6 million Americans are living with this condition. But here's what most people never realize. Up to 40% of dementia cases could be prevented or delayed with the right knowledge and action. If you've been lying awake at night wondering whether forgetting where you put your keys or struggling to remember a neighbor's name means something serious is happening to your brain, you're not alone. The fear is real, and it's keeping millions of people over 60 trapped in worry instead of taking action. By the end of this video, I'm going to share the most important early warning sign that even many doctors miss. So please don't skip to the end, because understanding this could literally change your life. This isn't just about getting older. Your brain has an incredible ability to adapt, grow, and even repair itself well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The key is knowing the difference between normal aging and the early signs that need attention. Too many people dismiss serious symptoms as just getting old, while others panic over completely normal memory changes. Both reactions can be dangerous. When you know what to look for, you can take action early, when interventions are most effective. I want you to engage with me right now. In the comments below, write your age and tell me your biggest concern about memory changes. I read every single comment and reply personally because your questions help me create content that truly serves you. Let me start by telling you about Maria, a 72-year-old grandmother who came to see me last year. She was convinced she had dementia because she kept forgetting appointments and couldn't remember her grandchildren's friends' names. After a thorough evaluation, we discovered she was dealing with normal age-related changes, complicated by poor sleep and medication side effects. Today, she's sharper than she's been in years. The difference was knowing what to look for and taking the right steps. Normal forgetfulness usually involves details, not entire events. You might forget where you parked at the grocery store, but you remember going shopping. You might struggle to recall the name of that movie you watched last week, but you remember watching it and enjoying it. This type of memory lapse happens because our brains naturally become more selective about what they store as we age. Think of it like a library that's running out of space. It starts being pickier about which books to keep on the easily accessible shelves. The information isn't gone, it just takes longer to retrieve. What you can do about this is create better filing systems for your brain. Write important things down immediately. Use your phone's reminder function and establish routines. Keep your keys in the same place every day. Use a pill organizer and create checklists for complex tasks. These aren't signs of weakness. They're smart strategies that successful people use at every age. When memory loss becomes concerning, it typically affects entire experiences, not just details. Someone might forget that they went to their doctor's appointment at all, not just what the doctor said. They might not remember having a conversation with their daughter yesterday, even when reminded. This happens because the brain's ability to form new memories is being disrupted. The hippocampus, which is like your brain's recording device, isn't working properly. Imagine trying to record a movie, but your camera keeps shutting off randomly. You end up with gaps in the recording that can't be filled in later. If you're experiencing this type of memory loss, it's crucial to see a doctor for a proper evaluation. Many conditions that cause these symptoms are treatable, including vitamin deficiencies, thyroid problems, depression, and medication interactions. Early intervention can make a dramatic difference in outcomes. Normal aging might make you slower to find the right word, but dementia often involves losing words entirely or using inappropriate substitutes. You might say that thing you write with instead of pen, or call a watch a time thing. This happens because the brain's language networks are being disrupted. However, be aware that stress, fatigue, and certain medications can also cause word-finding difficulties. The key difference is consistency and progression. Normal age-related changes are usually intermittent and don't get dramatically worse over time. If you're having word-finding difficulties, reduce your stress levels, ensure you're getting enough sleep, and review your medications with your doctor. Sometimes the solution is simpler than you think. Stay socially engaged and keep reading, doing crossword puzzles, or learning new skills. Your brain needs exercise, just like your muscles do. Here's something that often gets overlooked. Changes in judgment and decision-making can be early warning signs that appear before memory problems become obvious. This might look like falling for scams they would have easily recognized before, making impulsive financial decisions, or neglecting personal hygiene and home maintenance. The brain's frontal lobe, which controls executive function, can be affected early in some types of dementia. Think of it like the CEO of your brain stepping down. Suddenly, there's no one making good decisions about daily operations. Normal aging might make you more cautious about decisions, but it shouldn't dramatically impair your judgment. If family members are expressing concern about decisions you're making, listen to them. Sometimes we're the last to notice changes in ourselves. Create systems of accountability. Discuss major decisions with trusted family members or friends. Set up automatic bill payments to avoid financial mistakes, and establish regular check-ins with people who care about you. Mood and personality changes can be subtle but significant indicators. While it's normal to feel sad or anxious occasionally, persistent changes in personality, increased irritability, or loss of interest in activities you've always enjoyed can signal something more serious. Depression is both a risk factor for dementia and sometimes an early symptom. The brain regions that control mood and memory are closely connected, so when one is affected, the other often is too. However, depression is highly treatable at any age, and treating it can actually help protect your brain. If you're experiencing persistent mood changes, don't dismiss them as just part of getting older. Talk to your doctor about your symptoms. Regular exercise, social connection, and purposeful activities can significantly improve both mood and cognitive function. Even a daily 20-minute walk can make a measurable difference in your brain health. Getting lost in familiar places or becoming confused about time and location are more serious warning signs. This goes beyond occasionally forgetting which day of the week it is. We all do that sometimes. This involves getting lost driving to places you've been hundreds of times or not recognizing where you are when you're in your own neighborhood. The brain's spatial navigation system and internal clock are being disrupted. However, some medications, sleep disorders, and even severe stress can cause similar symptoms. If this is happening to you, stop driving immediately and see a doctor as soon as possible. There's no shame in prioritizing safety. In the meantime, always carry identification with your name, address, and emergency contact information. Consider wearing a medical alert bracelet and keep your phone charged and with you at all times. Difficulty with familiar tasks is another key differentiator. Everyone occasionally struggles with new technology or forgets the steps to a complex recipe. But when someone who has been balancing their checkbook for decades suddenly can't remember how to do it, or a lifelong cook can't remember how to make their signature dish, this suggests the brain's procedural memory is being affected. These are memories that are usually so deeply ingrained they're almost automatic. The concerning part isn't struggling with something new. It's losing the ability to do things that were once second nature. If you're experiencing this, break complex tasks down into smaller steps and write them out. Don't be too proud to ask for help or use tools that make tasks easier. Occupational therapists specialize in helping people maintain independence, and their strategies can be incredibly helpful. Now, here's that crucial warning sign I promised you at the beginning, the one that even many doctors miss. It's called anosognosia, and it means losing the ability to recognize that there's a problem. When someone has normal age-related forgetfulness, they're usually very aware of it and often worried about it. But in early dementia, people often become less aware of their memory problems, even as others around them notice significant changes. They might insist they're fine when family members are clearly concerned. This happens because the same brain changes that cause memory problems can also affect the brain's ability to monitor its own function. It's like having a smoke detector that stops working right when there's a fire. If multiple people who care about you are expressing concern about your memory or thinking, please take it seriously, even if you don't see the problems yourself. This isn't about losing your independence. It's about getting help early when it can make the biggest difference. The fear of dementia is understandable, but knowledge is power. Most memory concerns in people over 60 are not dementia. They're often related to treatable conditions like sleep disorders, medication side effects, depression, vitamin deficiencies, or thyroid problems. Even when someone does have early dementia, there are medications and interventions that can slow progression and maintain quality of life for years. Your brain has remarkable resilience, and there's so much you can do to support its health. Regular exercise, social engagement, lifelong learning, good sleep, stress management, and treating health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure can all make a significant difference. Remember, even small changes in your daily habits can have profound effects on your brain health over time. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start with 1 or 2 changes and build from there. Your brain is worth the investment, and it's never too late to start taking better care of it. You're not powerless against aging. You're empowered with knowledge and options. If this video helped ease your worries or gave you valuable information, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more trusted health content designed specifically for people over 60. Ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Share this with family members or friends who might be having similar concerns. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is help someone get the information they need. In the comments, let me know which warning sign surprised you most, or tell me what other health topics you'd like me to cover. Your questions and experiences help me create content that truly serves our community.